I wanted to address the cardio again. I agree that there's a dearth of sort of adversity towards cardio in the strongman community.
Yeah.
What would you suggest as cardio? A lot of people are big proponents of the power sleds. Do you have a cardio regimen that you suggest?
I treat cardio the same way I treat training, with resistance. One day I'll do a very moderate pace for extended period of time, maybe walking on a treadmill at an incline for 45 minutes to an hour. The next time I'll be doing sprints outside, maybe with a parachute. Running hills is fantastic because strongman is very aggressive, things in short bursts. So I do think sprinting and those type of exercises are very good. But cardio in its truest form is, for an extended period of time of keeping your heart rate elevated. So that is important. And I do think there needs to be an aspect of health to strongman at the same time.
Now, can you talk a little bit about flexibility and recovery? In general, the medical community doesn't favor either static or ballistic training. What they favor is large joint movements to stretch.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of ballistic. My buddy tried stretching me that way one time, and for him to know exactly where my hamstring is going to go, I didn't really feel safe with that. I don't know. I know there's studies both ways. I found that dynamic movements before a competition is probably better to kind of wake the muscles up and get them moving. And then I like static afterwards just to increase flexibility. So I think they both serve a role. But I do think that if you do a lot of static beforehand, that it can get you to where you're not firing quite as explosively and fast as you could. But I do think that it's a vital thing with your static stretching.
Well, and now we were addressing recovery also, and one of the things you mentioned was to eat, which I think is a very underappreciated aspect of recovery. But do you have a certain time frame for which you think recovery is maximized if you eat after a workout?
I mean, you always hear the 1 hour window, right afterwards, and I do agree with that. I would sooner than that if possible, but it depends on the training, on what you're doing, how intense and all that, but I would say as soon as possible. And again, the biggest thing is just consistency. I do think the meal after is important, but so are all the others. I think eating before bed is fantastic. I think it's an awesome thing to do. We go into a catabolic state at night, so get some protein before bed as soon as you wake up in the morning, and that comes with all the preparation of having meals ready. And I know you need a lot of calories for strongman, but I don't believe that putting pure crap in your system over and over and over ever helps you perform better. I mean, a pizza every now and then I think is fantastic, and it's awesome, and I'm going to have one later. But I do think that it should be a treat, and that the better stuff you put in your system, the better you're going to function.
Yeah, I certainly went on a burrito binge before my last competition, and I don't think it helped at all.
Nice.
How about the ridding of lactic acid through rollers? Would you advocate that kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been on the roller 10 times in the past 20 minutes with my back. I think it's a great thing. I think it, especially for like stretching IT bands and just getting little muscle strains out, I think it's a great thing. Any kind of prehab or rehab along with strongman is, I'd say it's essential because, I'm 33, so I'm guessing you're at least my age. Rock on, that is good. So, and as you get older and the longer you do this, it becomes more important because, again, systems break down pretty aggressively. I've had 2 major injuries the past 2 years, so I've really started to realize I'm not 20 years old anymore, so I have to start taking care of myself a little more.
Well, we're going to let you get to your next event, but I wanted to just recap. We talked about 5 things that probably make a good comprehensive approach for a beginner. Strength training, which is actually intensity, heavy sets, 90% of your max. And then we talked about sort of doing the flip side of that. Very quick reps with low reps, sort of the conjugate training. And then we talked about flexibility, cardio, and recovery.
Absolutely.
And would you say that if you covered those 5 areas moderately, you'd be on your way to starting a good strongman training program?
Absolutely, yeah. And just surround yourself with people that know what they're doing, and just keep changing it up, and trial and error. It's a good thing.
Well, thank you. You covered the subject very comprehensively in a very short time. I really appreciate
it. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was my pleasure.